Wetsuits. What? Wetsuits? What do I like about wetsuits? Well, just not a single one is like the same as the next one. We have patches which are bodge patches, like homemade jobs, which last for a little while, but they normally cause more damage than good eventually. Like there's lots of internet hacks of like use some dental floss, but keep that for the oral hygiene. Kids suits, they just get wear and tear from mostly from adults pulling kids into suits or suits onto kids. Repairs are good because you don't need to know too much about like making wetsuits or anything else, because whatever you cut out, you're putting back in like tit for tat. We're not adapting the suits. We're not trying to take more out of the like the body or something to change the fit. We do like shortening of suits and a little bit of that. Very simple alterations, but generally what we take out, and we generally only try and take out as little material as possible, just the dead stuff. That one's good. I will cut a patch for that in a minute out of some new stuff. This suit is it's a problem area at the bottom of the zip. I can say that dental floss is not the most ideal option when it comes to repairing a wetsuit. On this one, obviously the suit's pretty stressed to begin with. The neoprene that was originally attached there is super thinned out and actually torn away. So we're going to trim it back. We're going to add a new piece of neoprene in. So all this tired stuff will be refreshed. We're going to clean up this top edge as well, because again, some of it's ripped, some of it's just dental flossed up. And this one should be back to good. I do enjoy wetsuit repairs. This was the reason I got into. Well, this is what we're doing. Why I'm doing what I'm doing now is that I used to run a surf school, like one of the surf schools here in Bude. We used to send so many suits off every single year to get repaired. If suits broke mid-season, that was it. There wasn't enough time. The lead time for repairs was crazy long. When I got out of the surf school game, I was still interested with the surf vibe and all the surf businesses around here, especially in Bude. The local support is amazing. I didn't want to detach from all the good relationships we've made with the surf school. So wetsuit repair was high up on my list. We can now provide a service to the whole of like North Cornwall, pretty much, a little bit North Devon as well. And if people need suit repairs like quickly, we do our best. Fixing things like, obviously we do a lot of other repairs like jackets and zip replacements and patching and stitching. Anything goes on a sewing machine. It all started with the wetsuits. Pretty much all the glues we use for wetsuits, they're all contact adhesives, and they're generally marine based, so meaning the fact that they are salt and UV resistant. You put it right on the seam, you let it go pretty much touch dry on both sides, then you come along and you can place them together. If you make a little mistake, if you haven't put too much pressure on, it will come straight apart. The thing about the contact adhesive is that the more pressure you can apply, the stronger the bond. Yeah, I mean, that is technically in, but at the moment it's really weak. If I pull that too hard, it's coming straight apart. You will see the factories, they have like big air-driven like pneumatic squeezers. I have some technically custom-made pliers, sprung-loaded, just to give it as much pressure as I can. The glue is one element to like a wetsuit seam. So that's the glue that makes it waterproof. And then what we're going to do as well is we're going to do what we call blind stitching, which means we're going to stitch the two different panels together, but the needle doesn't go all the way through the suit. It just goes a third to half the way through. And that just means that you still got the waterproof layer, but it's also applying strength. And then on the side, which doesn't have the stitching on, we'll generally add some extra tape for reinforcement. But it's a very satisfying stitch. There's pretty much one thread that just chains all the way across the top. And like we said before, it's a blind stitch. It doesn't go all the way through. It just goes about a third to half the way through. And this is what gives quite most of the strength to the seam. The way we finish these stitches off, because if you happen to pull these wrong, if you just pull the end, the whole thing will unravel. So what we do is I've got a little darning needle pretty much. We go through some of the stitches we've already done, and we take our tails, and then we just pull the tail all the way through that. That's now pretty much locked. Because this is a dipped panel on the outside, I can't stitch on the outside, so I have to stitch on the inside. And I'm literally looking, because I know that it's frayed, I'm actually looking to go slightly wider, and I'm hoping to snag my stitches into the original stitches there. So pretty much what we're going to do is just a little hand eye. I've covered this with Teflon tape just to mean it doesn't accidentally stick or melt to the suits quite so easily. We do a lot of repairs for all the local crew, but we also do postal repairs. So if you're up country, jump onto our website and you can fill out a repair form, which will pretty much just create an email chain to us. You can send us some pictures of the damage, and then I can give you a rough quote. That one's done. That one's good as new. I like wetsuit. Like they're satisfying. Like especially when the stitching comes out neat. That one's good. That one's good. This one's good as new. Just need to be nicer to getting their wetsuits on the kids next time. Happy days.